Back Jamie here today with Dylan, reviewing Elimination Chamber. Finally, a pay-per-view at a time we can actually review it, unlike, the Americans got a taste of what we always get. Have to get up at, 2, 3 in the morning or whatever to watch it, but 10 o'clock for us, not bad.
I'm curious about, like, the review, like, the views, what they are of this, if they even reveal them.
Well, I don't think they ever... Well, they usually say, like, it's the most watched, but they never give out, like, numbers and stuff.
Very true.
I've seen people online saying crazy people, like, I was going to swear then, but I didn't, but people are like, oh, I'm going to watch SmackDown, and then I'm just going to do an all-nighter and watch Elimination Chamber. It's like, why though? Like, SmackDown was taped. Why not get some sleep and then wake up and watch it?
A lot of people don't realize it's probably taped, or like, I'll watch it anyway. You know what I mean? I'll like marathon through it.
Yeah, I don't have much else going on or whatever.
Like I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. But I mean, overall, it was a decent show, so we're going to get into it. I don't think we're going to go an hour today because not much. I mean, apart from the show to talk about, really. So
you wonder I'm just sniffing some vape rub because I've got a black nose.
Let's make it that clear now, just in case anyone gets the wrong idea.
I'm not. My name is Dunne Cullen, not Tony Khan.
True. But yeah, before we get into like each match, what do you think of the show overall?
Great show. Perfect number of matches. Disappointed about the Waller effect segment with them. I thought there'd be more. Also wasn't too happy with the women's win. But overall, like for one of their first sort of like big international shows, because that's like the furthest they've ever been. And that's literally like, well out of the way. Amazing. Like I think this is like the first proper sort of a showing of what Triple H's era of wrestling is going to look like, and from the production, like straight down to like the match card itself, to wins and loses, like it was great. Minus my own personal opinions on things. Overall, like I think you can't argue with the result of how good it was. Like I sat and enjoyed it.
Yeah, true. What was it like? What, 3.5 hours or something? It started at 10, didn't it?
Yeah. And it didn't feel like that realistically, you know what I mean? Like you didn't feel like you were spending.
Yeah, it was what, 4 matches in a talk show.
Yeah, like it was very good. You know what I mean? You had 2 single matches. No, you had 1 single match, one tag match,
one tag match in the 2 chambers.
So I think you had a really good mix of kind of types of matches.
True.
And I think they spent enough. I think they really emphasized the chambers really well. I personally, what I would have done, I would have had, even though I know Rhea Ripley's hometown women's champion main event, I kind of would have made the men's main event, or at least one of the women's, one of the chambers, the main event.
I was thinking that as well, but I guess they couldn't do Drew because he's a heel.
Yeah.
And then it only leaves Becky, but then you're in Australia, and then unless you bring Rhea Ripley out for like a face-off to end the show, I guess.
Well, that's what I was thinking, you know what I mean? Because then it's like, have her match first, have Ripley's match worse, because then we know who wins the chamber. We have like, that's who's facing. You know what I mean? Because like we know Becky's going to be facing whoever wins the main event. But it's like, well, there's only 2 real sort of options, and it's in one of their hometowns. One of them has like their favorite band playing their song, the entrance here, and everything like that. So it's like, it's obvious Rhea was winning. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
So it kind of would have made sense for the women's to be the main event, in a sense.
Yeah, true. I can get both ways of looking at it.
I can understand because like it's her, like they said that, and I think it's very clear. Like it's her Mania event before Mania.
True. 50,000 people there in a hometown and all that. So I can see both ways of looking at it, but...
Bruv, 50,000 people.
I got a tattoo. But yeah, I guess we'll start. Obviously, the first match was the women's Elimination Chamber, and Becky Lynch won it, which... Do you want to talk about the winner now, or do you want to go through what happened, and then we'll talk about our thoughts and...
I think we should just go through it, you know what I mean? Like,
I got it. So Becky and Naomi started the match.
Yeah.
Tiffany Straton was in next, and then Liv Morgan.
Great. Let me just point that out there. Great.
Oh yeah, like what move you even call it? Like the running backflip, like whatever. She does that with speed.
The buckle to buckle like flips.
Yeah, like most people do that really slow, but she does that with some speed.
speed and like she emphasized like the way you see her like go from like head to toe. You know what I mean? Like you can sort of see the force going into that.
True.
She's
Yeah.
amazing.
She is really good. There's no doubt she's got a bright future, definitely. But so yeah, Liv Morgan was in next after that. And then the first elimination, Tiffany pinned Naomi, which, let's be, Naomi had no chance of winning anyway, to be honest, anyway.
Yeah,
So,
I like she's really there just for sort of the paycheck in a sense, isn't she? Like her husband's there, she might as well work there. She's not doing really like she's an okay wrestler, she's a good wrestler, so she's kind of like a jobber for the women's division, you know what I mean? You've got to have that mid card kind of thing.
yeah, true. And I was expecting like at least a gimmick change, but literally she just came back doing what Field the Glow thing. It's still the same gimmick that she had before she went, really. Raquel Rodriguez was out next, and then Bianca Belair was last, which I don't know. I thought Bianca would be in earlier, to be honest. I'm surprised they kept her till last.
Well, I think the idea is that she was going to be like, because it was Bianca that was the last. Bianca and Becky that were last, weren't they?
Yeah. One of them, yeah, Liv Morgan.
No,
well, yeah.
Liv Morgan was
yeah, Liv Morgan, yeah.
With Becky, sorry.
But before I got to Liv Morgan pinned Tiffany, so Tiffany got eliminated. And then Bianca Belair pinned Raquel, which I don't know. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I feel like Raquel should have had more of a stronger show in here. She didn't even eliminate anyone.
Yeah, like again, like I get like Bianca's really talented and all that. I don't. It's not for me. But in this match, she didn't show anything. She had a good few spots. She sold really well. But like it was one or two bits. Whereas like you have that Trish, you have Liv, you have Raquel, you have Becky, and all that. They're all like just doing great. And I feel like Bianca was just so mid card in the scenario. Like, even Naomi was doing better than her.
I was afraid Bianca was going to win, but thankfully she didn't, because Liv Morgan pinned Bianca, which was kind of shocking. And then immediately after, Becky Lynch pinned Liv to win the match. Which
it seemed like an extremely rushed situation. Like they went from that straight to that. Like they weren't gonna do 10 minutes of them wrestling. So I guess
it's to help protect Liv, innit? Because Liv just eliminated Bianca, and then she wasn't expecting Becky to be there straight away, and surprise.
I can see that. Yeah, I can understand that. If you're booking this match at backstage, like right, you're gonna pin Bianca, but then to make sure you don't look weak, Becky's gonna come in, slide dog you, get the pin in quickly.
But Becky didn't need this win. She really didn't.
No, like you had 3 other wrestlers in there that could have done it. Liv, Rodriguez, Trish. It's like any one of those, like Rodriguez, like Nathan kept saying, like her and
Rhea Ripley,
Rhea Ripley had a great match, and then Liv has history with her.
History of Liv, yeah, and Becky's just nothing there, really. I mean, obviously they're going to try and build it up, but it's just, and if Becky beats Rhea at WrestleMania as well, like what's the point in that? Rhea should keep the title, I think. I don't think she should lose at WrestleMania.
Oh no, I think it'd be too soon for her to lose it. But I also think like, are they gonna like, because there's a story with her and Nia Jax that I think is more important than Becky going for a title run, in my opinion.
They're probably just going to do that on a random Raw, aren't they, before Mania, and Becky just beats Nia Jax.
I guess, but like I would,
unless they save that for after Mania.
Yeah, they could save that after Mania if Becky has the belt. But then it's like, oh, then Becky's gonna have the belt.
Maybe Nia Jax cost her the belt.
Maybe, yeah. But then I'm like, the worst case scenario is if they turn it into a triple threat.
Oh fuck! I hope not. No.
You know what I mean? Because then it's like, well, then you're just rehashing what you did with Charlotte and Ronda and Becky.
True, and there's no reason for Nia Jax to be in there anyway. She lost fair and square tonight, so what's the reasoning?
So yeah, no, Becky didn't need the win. But maybe it's not about Becky getting the title. Maybe it's about
building Rhea up even more.
Building Rhea up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, building, because she beat Charlotte last year and then she beats Becky this year. That's
That's like 2 big, like 2 members of the Horsewomen that she's kind of beat, hasn't she?
At WrestleMania as well.
Yeah. So maybe we're looking at it lesser from who's going from the Chamber to the Mania, but we should be looking at like what's this going to do for Rhea. Like if Rhea beats Becky, that's pretty big, to be fair.
It is big, yeah.
And you can see it. It can be done. It is possible.
Just depends. I mean, I think Triple H obviously is a big fan of Rhea Ripley, and everyone should know by now. Like Becky Lynch is a made wrestler. She doesn't need to like You know, she's at that point now. She could just have a title match. She don't need to be winning the chamber to get the title match, really.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just feel like realistically, this chamber could have built up another superstar.
Yeah, I feel like Tiffany Straton should have got more of the spotlight, really.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's only just been called up, I guess, this time.
Yeah,
Especially with
like
Mania being so close, you know, maybe it's after Mania.
me a fan, you know what I mean? Like give props like to the woman. Like I didn't know she was coming in, and I liked her. You know what I mean? I liked a lot. I liked about half the roster that was in this chamber. To be fair.
True, yeah. But the next match, Judgment Day beat Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, and to be honest, this was just kind of, you know, cool off match, yeah. Because we all know the Mania match, it's going to be Truth and Miz against Judgment Day, so clearly they weren't losing here tonight.
Yeah, I just thought like maybe Truth would have been involved in some sense.
He went to Austria. He was in the wrong country.
Yeah, but like, cause it cut black, didn't it, for a minute?
Yeah, I think that was just the technical issue on it.
Because I thought, oh, it's like our Truth gonna be there, costing, like attacking, like Dominic for some reason.
He would have, but he was in Austria.
Yeah.
Wrong place. But yeah, not much to say about this match, really, to be honest. You know, it's just, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a strong tag match, wasn't a weak tag match. It was like, okay, there was no major elements, nothing to talk about. It was sort of like, yeah, this is the next match. Got very dark in the ring though, like the light, you know, as soon as the sun was setting in that country.
True. Yeah. But moving on from there, not a match but a talk show segment, Grayson Waller effect, which, to be honest, this was mostly pointless. The main point of this, Cody Rhodes said he wants The Rock before WrestleMania. That was the main point of this. That's the only takeaway from it, really.
Yeah, and you know where they could have had him before Mania? Chamber.
True, yeah. I guess those reports about Australia wanting The Rock were either bullshit or they couldn't get him. I don't know.
The Rock did a video, didn't he? He's saying like, "Oh, go down to Perth, go down to Perth." He just couldn't. He just didn't. He either couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it.
I think they've announced The Rock's back on SmackDown next week.
Yeah. So I think are they going to do like a special next month, like an hour, like?
It's possible,
yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That could make sense. And I
still could just lead to the tag match at Mania.
Yeah, and
they'll slowly do it.
And I think I really hate about this talk show segment is Austin Theory. Like, he's automatically then talking shit about the country he's in, but like he's friends with the guy who's doing the show who's from the country. Like, that is so stupid. Like,
I guess they sort of set up the turn, didn't they? Because remember, then Seth and Cody attacked him, and Grayson Waller didn't help. He just sat there and watched it.
Yeah, I guess.
So maybe that's going to turn Grayson Waller face or break him away from Austin Theory or something like that.
I could see that. Yeah, I was thinking that like, but again, like I think it's kind of stupid to have him introduce Grayson Waller, but before he introduced him, have him talk shit about the city.
But maybe if that's the story they're telling, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, but
Grayson's like, you've gone too far now, you know, I'm not going to help you anymore.
Right? Oh, I'm going to introduce my friend. Let me talk shit about the city, the country that he was born in. Let's talk shit about it. And then I'm going to introduce me. That don't make sense. Introduce your mate and probably talk shit about it at some point during the moment.
Yeah, but if it's the story they're telling, it does make sense. Like Austin Theory's just gone too far, and Grayson's like, you know, you dissing my town and all this. Then
this is town, and then introduce him. Like you, why you like? Surely, like if you shit on something, and then your friend comes out, he's gonna be like calling you out on it. He didn't. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe he was about to, but I mean, he let him get beat up. He didn't step in, did he? He just watched it happen.
He wasn't, because he suddenly went and introduced Seth and Cody, didn't he? So I think.
True. Yeah. I mean, if they're still together next week, it doesn't make sense. But if this is the turn, and
no, if it's a build-up, I understand. But I feel like the build-up could have been done better. Like he could have gone, oh, you know, my friend, great, whatever. The wonderful effect comes out. You know, the crowd are cheering him, and then he sort of, you know, you could have Wallace say something around Seth and that, you know, when they're talking up the city, and you go, it's a shit or something like
that. True.
But it just pulled
it did sort of feel kind of pointless. Like they threw, what is it, a 20-hour flight or whatever, more than that maybe, I don't know. Just for this could have been a Raw segment.
Yeah.
Cody just came out of Raw, like, you know, this time before WrestleMania, The Rock, I'm going to face you before then, and that's it.
This is so stupid because it could have been a setup to a match. They could have, like, the four of them could have been in the ring, whatever.
Yeah, they could have had like a quick tag match or something or whatever.
And then, like, you know, Nick Aldis, whoever comes out and says, oh, Triple H says, oh, you guys are going to, like, cause a ruckus, around here. You might as well make it entertaining and actually have a fucking match.
Yeah, true.
Get the ref in there. They could have all just been in like this, their normal gear and then wrestled. It could have been a quick 10-minute, 15-minute tag match. Make it. I got why they did it because it's Grayson Waller, but you might as well just have Grayson Waller do a match. Or
True.
I'll do a segment to match, but then he's also a heel.
At least have like a member of the bloodline try and attack him or something.
Yeah, like Jimmy and like
Solo and like even have Paul Heyman interrupts. Like you could have done something more to progress the story instead of just Cody being like, "Oh yeah, I want the Rock before Mania."
Yeah,
and then that's it.
Like when he said that, like Solo should have come out and attacked him.
True. But I guess sort of like you don't want to fly him out 20, and they don't want to fly 20 hours for like a 3-minute segment or whatever.
This is why I think Solo should have been in the chamber.
Yeah, I really thought Solo. Well, at first I thought they were going to stack it against Cody, but he won the Royal Rumble, didn't he? So
you know what I mean, like I would have had Solo in the chamber and then having him and Orton do something so that him and Orton could have a match at.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll get to Orton next, though, because the next match was the men's chamber, which Drew and LA Knight started. Both my picks to win, and they started the match off against each other.
Which I think was like the strong move. You know what I mean? Get the people, get the one that everyone's like, get the two started. Everyone who like the two that everyone wants to win, that the odds on, have them start the match to be like, well, then this is anyone's game right now. This could happen. Anything could happen at this moment. Like it puts you on the seat of your edge. Oh, the edge. Sorry.
That was a Rickyism right there. Kevin Owens was out next, and then Bobby Lashley, and then Randy Orton, and then Logan. So there was no eliminations. Everyone came out first, weren't they?
Yeah.
Before anyone got eliminated.
And then you just see when Logan's coming out, Kevin Owens just in there, battering him, just going into town.
Locks him inside the cage with him and starts beating him.
Closes it. Like, doesn't really lock it. He just sort of like closes the door because he's in the way. Logan can get out and they haven't opened the other one. But it was decent men's chamber.
True. The first elimination, Drew pinned Bobby Lashley, and then out of nowhere, there was like selling Bobby Lashley's injury, wanting so the refs came in, so the door was open, and AJ Styles comes out and attacks LA Knight. So I'm guessing that's their match for me. LA Knight versus AJ would make sense.
And then you see in the background Bobby Lashley walking around the ring.
Yeah. No referees there at all. He's just wandering by himself.
He's selling that concussion clearly. Like the street public should have been out there like, come on, bro, you're going around.
Yeah, come on, this is the way back. Drew McIntyre got the pin on LA Knight after that, so no win for LA Knight.
Yeah.
Randy Orton pinned Kevin Owens and Logan Paul, but then as Logan Paul's about to leave, he gets back in and hits Randy Orton with a brass knuckles or whatever.
He didn't leave though. He didn't leave the chamber. He didn't.
He didn't leave. No, he was selling one in, and he got up and hit Orton.
Yeah.
Which led to Drew McIntyre pinning Randy Orton to win the chamber. But I guess do you think it's going to be Randy Orton versus Logan at WrestleMania, or a triple threat with Kevin? Because
might be a triple threat. Could just be what it was. You could because I'm still of the mindset that it's going to be Solo versus Orton because that's a really good.
Yeah, true, but it seems like Orton's got an issue with Logan now, so how do you build up the Solo thing?
True. Well, Cody, like who's backing Cody? He's got Seth and Orton's a friend. Orton's a friend. Orton still has issues with the bloodline, does he not?
True, yeah. But it does seem like Kevin versus Logan is going to happen again. Maybe it happens before Mania, but it definitely seems like they're going to...
I think that's the thing that they're building up to, because Kevin's going to take the title off him at Mania.
Possible.
You know what I mean? And
hold on, has Orton ever won the US title? I don't know if he has. He might have won. Let me have a look. Yeah, he has, never mind. 28 days he was champion. In 2018.
18? Okay, I thought he would have done it like earlier in his career.
No, because he won the World Heavyweight quite young, didn't he? Against Benoit. He who shall not be named, Chris Benoit.
I thought you were gonna say Vincent.
But there's a lot of people now that we can't mention, isn't there?
Yeah.
And then the main event, Rhea Ripley beat Nia Jax to the surprise of no one. So it's Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. We've had a few confirmed matches here. So we got Drew versus Seth, Becky versus Rhea Ripley, And then assuming it's going to be AJ versus LA Knight and maybe
Yeah.
Logan versus Orton, possibly, who knows. But, WrestleMania's taking shape now, innit? We already know about Cody and Roman, Bailey and Io Sky as well.
Yeah. It's just Seth versus Drew. Judgment Day versus Awesome Truth. That's got to be set up soon.
Yeah, we just need to know who's facing Gunn for really now, don't we? And then most of the matches are sort of,
Yeah.
But, I mean, overall, the show was decent, like we said. I don't know. I guess we should... Did anything else you'll talk about? Or I don't know what else to say, really.
I don't know either. Like, the women's match wasn't the worst, but it wasn't great. I get Nia Jax is kind of like mid. A lot of the stuff was funny that was being said around the ring. like, the signpost, Nia Jax injured me. My whole chant, I think, was trying to get started.
My whole...
I think it's funny that she kept getting hit in the turnbuckles because that's like where she like retired, like injured a lot of people anyway. You notice that like she kept getting hit.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was on purpose.
Possible. Could be.
You know what I mean? But like I thought that was if it was a cool nod and wink. The table spot was awful, I think, for the announce table.
Oh yeah. And like you said, well, Rhea should have cleared it, shouldn't she? Because she landed on the monitor.
Yeah, because she was clearly like she was setting up because she was going to take it.
Yeah.
And she didn't clear the monitors. And then like Nia did the. I can't even blame Nia. I guess it was just like a bad spot in general to do. Like it seemed like they weren't prepped for it, or they weren't ready for it, or it's been a while since Nia's done something like that. Like the one to blame is like the fact that Rhea didn't clear the table. She should have cleared the table because the way the move happened. Because the move happened, like she was about to set up, and then like Nia reversed it and put her through the table. So it wasn't like Nia had time to clear the table.
True.
You know what I mean? I can't put the blame on Nia. I think, the blame on that one. But yeah, it wasn't the worst. It was a good chamber. Good chamber. I think it. And let's not forget about like the production around it as well, particularly around the chamber matches. With the
the graphics of these
graphic,
people.
Yeah. The overalls was pretty cool for the game. That was pretty interesting. I think some people were higher than they should have been.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, I liked a lot of it. The only issue I have is that next year if they're doing it in an open top arena like that, is they need to make sure there's lights on top of it.
Well, I don't think it'll be Australia again. They'll probably take it somewhere.
Yeah, no, but if they're doing it in another open area arena, it gets dark.
Oh yeah.
They need to have lights up there because like there was a lot of times where like
the shadow
covering, like it looked cool at some points. Don't get me wrong.
Certain angles are decent. Yeah.
At a certain point, it looked like they were like Cody at what was it Dave was saying? 2002, 2003.
The 2001, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? How they sell 2009. Was it 20? Yeah, 20.
20 or 21 or something, yeah, with a pack or whatever.
Yeah, we'll get Seth. Yeah, it'd be 2002.
2002?
Yeah. Because...
It wouldn't be 2002.
You're right, you're absolutely right. You fucking...
2022.
Yeah, you pull my pants down and call me a bitch, holla.
Okay, hell. But yeah, decent show, I agree. It was a good show. Good stepping stone to Mania. Started setting up the matches.
Yeah. Just looking forward to see what's happening next.
Yeah.
I've got a sneeze coming and I've got no tissue.
I guess we'll wrap it up anyway, because there's not much else to say. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new. Check out those social links down below. Until next time, peace out.